Hey everybody, I'm Dev.
I'm Nicole.
We're so happy to be with you guys today. We are consciousness mentors, motivational speakers. We're basically here to help you with your sacred union as well as creating an abundant life that you want. If you are new to us, please make sure that you stay connected, right? So go to the little subscribe button below. We are so excited to be with you guys and creating this amazing and beautiful tribe and serving you in any way that we can, right? So in order for us to do that, we need you to stay connected. And if you like what you see, hit the little like button and let's start to kind of create and continue to create this beautiful connection. So we wanted to talk to you guys about something that was really being asked a lot by you, and so hopefully being able to shed our opinion, right? Everything that we do is from our experience, our opinion, and what we really believe and receive as our truth. So if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, right? If we tell people all the time, go by what resonates with you, listen to your higher self, listen to your truth, especially with this type of stuff. In fact, one of you sent us a message recently and went through this whole thing. You said, blah, 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 I've received this, and this information, I don't know what to do. And I immediately felt it and I said, not your mind, not your fear, not somebody outside of you. What does your heart tell you? You need to be doing in this situation. What does your truth tell you? You need to do in this situation, right? So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'll continue to repeat it and remind you. Really learning to access this truth and this reality for yourself. Okay, so what are we talking about today? False twins and labels. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the quick and dirty, super short version of my deepest and truest belief around this subject. Okay, so false twins do not make sense to me, and this is why. Either it is your twin flame or it is not. Either way, there is a value, a purpose, and a reason for that connection. When we label, right, and all labels can be used against ourselves, we can use them against ourselves, right? When we label somebody a false twin, what we're automatically doing is acting as if that energy was, or that person was not important, not valuable, not equal to, and sometimes even I've been given the impression that some people out there feel like an imposter or a negative energy that's trying to create distraction, and that, and so all of this makes us miss the mark because we are constantly growing and learning and being reflected things through people in our lives, even, hold your horses, even outdated connections, even contracts that shouldn't be there anymore, even those who frankly have like some funky karma with you and they literally do want to create problems in your life, they're still valuable. Why is that? Because if they don't come in your life, that correction can't happen. Corrections have to happen within a physical life that we experience. The correction of the karma, the release of the outdated contract, the agreement that you had in a different life, the resentment that you created from a different life that you don't remember, all of these things. Or they just come in your life to open your heart, to teach you how to love yourself, and that actually also brings me to something I used to not like when I was younger, which has actually this more of a broad societal belief, which is, how many times have you guys heard, well, if we're not going for the long haul, if we're not in it for life, if we're not getting married, then why am I wasting my time? Whoa. You could be with somebody for one night, right? Invoking a movie I love, walking the street of Paris, and it could have a deeper impact on you than 10 years with somebody. Time is an illusion, and the impact, the purpose of that connection can be so profound, okay? So I don't subscribe to a concept that sort of demeans any connection, right? Is there anything like your twin flame connection? No, but that connection is not just romantic. That connection is complex, right? We did a whole webinar on that connection. We could do a whole month on that connection, right? We've been figuring that connection out for over a decade. So, and we could do it for eternity, and we have, right? Because that connection is everything, right? That doesn't mean that a soulmate or a partner, right? I don't even use those, I don't even hang on to sort of terms. I hear a lot out there like karmic partner and all these different things, and I feel like there's another term every day, and that's fine. I'm not against the terminology, but what I invite you to do is to not let that terminology limit your experience with that person, right? There have been people that have come in and out of our lives when we were not together and when we were together, that did create chaos or did create breakdown but the purpose and being able to look that purpose dead on and experience the growth in that purpose and to honor all of those people has been so profound. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Like, yes. Oh my God, every relationship is meaningful. Why? Because we're all connected. Every relationship is meaningful, deep, beautiful, tumultuous, wild, insane, loving. It's everything.
Yeah.
Right? And label, I wanna say something about labels though. I do wanna say that we create these things so we can understand.
Yes.
Right? Like I literally, I think 6 to 7 years in our relationship, maybe 6.
Yeah, 6 years.
Didn't even know anything about twin flames. Had no idea. When I finally found out, it made perfect sense.
Yes.
And then I got to experience what was happening, and then I kept trusting and going, that's what it is. So that aspect, yes, we as humans need to write it down, look at it so we can understand. What Dove said that was so important, and I just want to reiterate, do not let that limit you. We take things so literally that we don't allow for the actual experience of things and to open our minds to look at maybe there is karmic stuff that needs to be tied up and transmuted and set back out so that people can part ways, right? Maybe there's aspects that we need to look at. You know, maybe we create it, and it's not that it's a false win, but sometimes we do put people in our lives to prepare us for whatever's next.
Yeah.
Every relationship you've ever had in your life can, from your family on through everyone you've ever dated or every friendship has been allowing you to grow, preparing you, giving you what you need. The universe is so good at that, giving us what we need. Really just giving us every little piece of what we're asking for, it's all meaningful.
Yes.
And so I guess the biggest thing is our perception of others, right? I know sometimes we're just like, ew, toxic, goodbye. And it's like, and I used to do that. Right. You're so toxic. Get away from me. That's like, okay, I can set loving boundaries. That's not like this. That's more like, oh, wow, you're hurting. Oh, wow, you had a really hard life. Oh, wow, you're going through this. Oh, I send you love. I'm being more love in those situations with my boundaries than ew, right? Because there's a part of you that's got something that person has inside of you.
Yes.
So when you go ew, you're going ew, and you're not accepting yourself either.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, right. I feel that so deeply. Physical boundaries are fine, right? So when we're talking, if you guys have to, somebody in your life, you're like, okay, I can't hang out with them physically right now. I can't date them physically. That's fine. That doesn't mean that we should ignore the other stuff. So what did I learn from it? What did I experience from it? What did I need to tie up from it? What work needs to be done? Maybe not even with them, but just energetically, right? So we never suggest that you're in a situation that's dangerous to your physical well-being, right? So that's never what we're talking about. But there are so many times that because we don't want to face our own stuff, look at our own stuff, experience what is really there, that we're like, oh, this is just on paper, not good. I'm gonna step away from this, right? And actually as a society and as the generations, that even the generation that I am in, right? As a whole, that generation is very much about just kind of like, replace, right? So you're dealing with this energy of constantly replacing, and then we can get stuck on an idea. So the twin flame energy and that connection is profound, and understanding it and understanding the steps of the process and understanding all of these things bring us power, right? Because we understand what we're going through. We're not crazy. You're not crazy. But where do we use labels to limit our experience? So if there's information that you're receiving from us or anyone else, it's awesome. If it helps you, if it makes you more in your power, if it helps you to understand your situation, then use it. If all of a sudden it starts to make you spin around in circles, if it makes you act against your heart, if it makes you hold on to a concept, oh my God, but someone said that twin flames are like this, and they do this, and they look like this, and therefore, even though my heart is telling me that this is my twin, or my heart is telling me this is not my twin, I'm not gonna listen to myself because someone out there made an article, wrote a blog, or made a video. And so I really want to invite you to come back to this heart center of what's true for you, What is true? What feels right? Because the thing is that although, right, and we do teach, right, we do mentor around these situations because there is stuff that is universal and there's stuff that can help you. But also there's an individuality to each and every situation. And as twins, you chose, and as everyone, you chose to experience things in a particular way, for a particular purpose, at a particular extent. And so if you ignore yourself, if you ignore your truth and your intuition and what is actually what you chose to experience, you will miss some things, right? When we're working one-on-one, I can feel those energies, right? But when someone's just putting a video out there for you, they're not feeling into your particular situation. So for some of you, you might need physical distance. For some of you, that physical distance is not necessary. For some of you, your evolution will be facilitated faster through, one version of reality, while others another version of reality. And so there isn't a sort of universality in respect to every single aspect. So how can the label serve you? How can you learn? How can the label work against you? Where do you get stuck in dogma? Where do you get stuck in doctrine? Where do you get stuck in terminology? Where you're so stuck on that word or that concept or that sentence that you're missing all of the truth and the reality that's whirling around you. So use them to help you. But don't forget your intuition. Don't forget your logic. If it's just illogical, we've talked to you guys about this before. And it's interesting because for some reason, my guides are telling me to also touch on this question of how I know it's my twin, even though we've talked about this before. And it might be because some of you watching this maybe haven't seen that video, or you're just asking that question as you go through. And I'm gonna share something different with you. So first of all, we don't answer whether someone is their twin. There are several reasons. The reason mostly is that this is an internal knowing, and that if you feel that you can't access that knowing, there are some things that are blocking you from yourself and your truth and your intuition and your heart. That's the area that we focus on, right? So that truth can become an internal reality. But what I will present to you, so that you can take all the labels, if you're really spinning, right? And I think that some of you are, and that's why I'm being told to tell you this. If you're really going around in circles and that label is rocking your world and you're like, I don't know, I do know, I don't know, maybe they're this, and you're grabbing every label that anyone's put out there. It could be this, could be that, and you're just, right? Swirling the drain and you're like losing it. I'm gonna actually have you take a deep breath right now. Okay. Let's go back to this concept that it's all okay. All has a purpose. You're not making a mistake. It all has a purpose. You're not making a mistake. It all has a purpose. Okay. All right. So what I invite you to do is, did this person bring you to growth? Did this person bring you to breakdown? Did this person bring you to your heart? Did it bring you to awareness? Did it bring you to this video? Did it bring you to your mentor? Did it bring you to your back against the wall? Did it break you open? Is it making you grow? Well, because if that's true, then that has sacred purpose.
Yes.
Okay? That has sacred purpose. And your answer about who they are will become abundantly clear to you. But what we at least know is that that connection has sacred purpose. So then ask yourself, what am I learning? And then also just take a moment to have gratitude for every interaction, every person that's ever been in your life. Because each of them have reflected back to us little pieces, taught us little pieces, big pieces sometimes, to let us be in the very position we're in right now. Sometimes people say, I wish that I was, I wish I would have known this 10 years ago. I wish I could have, just skipped right to, this is actually funny. Sometimes a lot of people come to us, they've done a lot of work, and they'll say like, oh my God, but I've done so much work. Like, why couldn't I just find you 10 years ago or not do all this? Or how am I revisiting a deeper layer of this work? And it's like, no. Every person, everything we do prepares us to be where you are in this moment, where your shoes are right now. So don't judge yourself. Don't judge your process. Don't judge those that are in your life. Just come into gratitude for a moment of all of that. Okay? Because then when we're grateful for this moment, we also get to leave this moment. So if anybody in your life, anything needs to be resolved, anything needs to be closed up, people are not fit, a fit in your life anymore, the way that that's going to close is by having gratitude for them and yourself in this moment, gratitude for this experience, and then really fully owning this moment so that you can actually step into the next moment.
Yeah. And don't lose focus of your mission as an individual. Don't lose focus of that, right? So, you know, we do videos on separation. We talk about our separation. It was like really painful and like, you know, almost like bringing upon death. Like
it's really painful.
really hard. So I'm not saying that just get up, dust your knees off and keep it moving. I'm not saying that because I do understand and I want to honor that fully. But what I am saying is if you are strong enough to get on your feet and dust it off and keep going, it's like, then do it. Right? Think about what you came here to do, what you want to do, who you are, right? What makes you happy. Like, don't lose focus of that. And so sometimes even we'll lose focus of the big, that's the big picture. You know, everyone has free will, including your twin, has free will, right? So make your will connect to your higher will and stay there and really stay with that because that's going to light you up no matter what. You will be okay no matter what if you are in that space. And you make that a priority through this process and it actually opens our hearts to everything, right? We shut our hearts down and we don't want to, like it's not that we don't want to experience things when we don't get what we think we should get or we think the way it should look, or we actually shut our hearts down to the potential of all kinds of things, right? I always say what I think I know keeps me from what I don't know. And I really want to know what I don't know because I know that the universe is going to give me really, really, really good shit, right? So it's like, open our hearts, open your heart, right, to every possibility because the universe always just shocks me, right? Yeah. When I can think of a plan, it always outdoes me by like 100th. Like it just does it where I'm just like, wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow, that was good. Like really good job. I'll even sometimes give a round of applause to the universe, like really good job. Thank you very much. And it's allow yourself that opportunity because it wants to be there. It wants to show you. It wants to gift you. It wants to bless you.
Yes.
God wants to bless you. The universe wants to bless you at every moment you're being taken care of. So don't shut your heart down. Just allow it to be open and just be open. Yeah.
So we love you guys so much.
Love
we
you.
hope that this is helpful. Again, these are our views, our experiences, right? What resonates with us and what we have been guided to and what we found to be, right? Our intuition, our logic, and our connection to what we receive. So take what feels good, right? If it doesn't feel good, that's okay.
Yeah.
And if it resonates, right, make sure that you subscribe, stay connected, connect to each other. Hold space for each other, love each other, right? You can hit the like button on the video if you like it. Share it with other people so that they can receive this information too, those that you feel. So if you're in, you know, other different groups or Facebook communities or whatever, and you think that this is helpful, you know, share this community, share this information because it's community information. And we love you guys so much.
Love you.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.